20 minutes away from the start of Day 2, the 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The men's bracket getting it done today. The quarterfinals, opening game, Santa Rosa, San Diego City. Join myself, Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Perry Webster on the call. We are live from Ventura, day 2 of the 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships. Mike Cepeda, Perry Webster, Jeff Stoynoff. The men's bracket, boys, it's the quarterfinals, and it's the defending state champion San Diego City College Knights taking on Santa Rosa, champion from 2014. And boys, we know that San Diego is legit. The 1 seed out of the South, the only top seed that owned their bracket to make it out of the South. And well, they got to hold serve here against a very dangerous Santa Rosa team that can absolutely shoot the basketball.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup, I think, for San Diego City. They're going to really have to get out and guard guys, and they'll get spread out a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how they handle Santa Rosa shooters.
And in terms of San Diego City, one thing they like to do is get rebounds and get into transition very quickly. One way that you're going to want to neutralize that, knock down some shots. It's going to be hard to run after a made shot.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of made shots, I think, if you're on the Santa Rosa side. We talk about their ability to shoot the basketball. Let's talk about their start of the season. First 8 games are 4-4. They've won 21 in a row coming into the championships. A very impressive number. Meanwhile, San Diego City, winners of 24 straight. I believe the last team they lost to, Fullerton College.
I think the last team they lost to
Citrus?
Citrus College.
Okay.
They do have a loss from Fullerton College, but the interesting thing about San Diego City is the 2 teams that they've lost to, they've also beaten. They came off of a state championship last year, and they're the team everybody wanted to beat in the South, and they kind of beat everybody and taking everybody's best shot. So Coach Charlins did a great job to get them here. It's a very good team. It's an experienced team. There's starters that returned. They're very confident heading into the weekend. I talked to Coach Charlins last night. They're confident, but they're trying to remain humble, and they see Coach, I know, sees a real opportunity to accomplish something great with a back-to-back state titles.
It'd be very impressive indeed, and one player that they got to focus in on if you're any opposing team for San Diego City is Robert McCoy. Went absolutely nuts in the regional final versus Ventura, 30-plus in that one, pretty much all over the place. Nobody could stop him, and he was the difference maker. That was a game where San Diego City did not start off very great, but Robert McCoy, in a big-time fashion, takes over, and they get the win versus a team that was playing for a shot to host at the state championship, and just an incredible performance by him and the rest of the ball club coming through for that.
Well, that's what makes them so tough, is that they got no shortage of talented players, but then they can come at you in waves, and then they have that mental toughness that seems to come directly out of head coach Mitch Charlins that makes them the kind of team that can grind you down a little bit too. But they're not going to have an easy road here. There's a lot of talent coming into this building this weekend, so they got a long way to go.
Yeah, one thing that was a factor yesterday was early jitters from all the teams. The teams that were composed or found their composure throughout were able to move on. Let's see who can punch their ticket to day 3 tomorrow for the semis. We'll find out game 1 of day 2 in about 6 minutes here on SoCal College Sports.
Fans, the 3C2A Basketball Championship official apparel is available for purchase now. Please visit www.3c2asports.org, that's CCCAA sports.org, and click on the Championship store. There you will be able to find the latest gear for you and your fellow basketball enthusiasts. High-quality Under Armour apparel will be delivered to your home within a few days after placing your order. Don't hesitate and order now. The Basketball Championship store will remain open for a select few days.
And remember, everyone, be sure to follow us live on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. Check out the website, www.socalcollegesports.com. And also for all the latest stats, www.CCCAAsports.org. It's day 2 of the 2018 Basketball Championships live from Ventura. About to get underway here. San Diego City looking to defend their state championship here in 2018. They've made the trip up here to Ventura. Santa Rosa, dangerous from the outside. They shoot at about 40% on the season, and that's not because they don't shoot enough. They average 30 shot threes a game here, Perry. Mike Cepeda, Parrott Webster with you on tonight's game. In today's action, Robert McCoy wins a tip.
Santa Rosa comes out man-to-man. They're going to be in the pack line most of the day. They're going to try to keep San Diego City in front of them, make San Diego City take contested jumpers all night.
Darius Lee into the lane, double team. They pack it in. It's going to be a 3-second violation inside. Lee stagnant a little bit. They're going to go full court right out of the gate.
Here's the key for Santa Rosa all night, though, is going to have to be able to handle this pressure, this full court pressure. You'll see Coach Charlins will turn it up a little bit to change the pace of the game, and Santa Rosa's ability to not turn the ball over in the full court will allow them to score in the half court.
Player to watch here for Santa Rosa is Skylar Chavez, averaging about 20-plus on the season. Jordan Graves along with him, and Graves drives to the bucket, up and under over McCoy, and Santa Rosa strikes first blood. Cedric Yine, Bo Keeve, Jordan Graves, Sadiq Sufi, and Skylar Chavez starting today for the Bear Cubs. For the Knights, it's Robert Taylor, Robert McCoy, Darius Lee, Wonder Smith, and Ethan Esposito. McCoy from three off the back iron. McCoy tracks down his own rebound. Another possession here for the Knights, and that's going to be key here today for the Bear Cubs if they want to score the upset. Got to keep the Knights off the offensive boards. Smith at the elbow, off to Esposito. Ethan to the lane. Charge. Lowers the shoulder, and that's a pretty good job of moving his feet.
Coach Charlins didn't like that one. Let's see if Santa Rosa is able to get a couple plays deep here against the pressure. If you see San Diego City right now, they're all up high.
Yeah, you got some quick guards and some good athletes in terms of speed. You maybe turn on the Jets here, and that's exactly what they tried to bait them into.
Got to have multiple guys that can handle the ball. It's hard to put one guy on top of it to do it for 40 minutes. San Diego can wear you down.
You're exactly right. It's a war of attrition when you play the Knights because they go to about 8-9 deep, sometimes 10. Smith over on Keeve. Keeve off to Sufi. Keeve driving the lane. Might have been reached in on by McCoy. Three-pointer up, no good. That was Yine.
Offensively, you can see right away two very contrasting styles. Santa Rosa really moving the ball, moving bodies.
You can't give Wonder Smith that type of room. He buries a triple from the near side wing.
That's the one guy in the starting lineup for San Diego City you really got to extend on. He's their best shooter by far and away.
3-2 San Diego. And we have an issue here.
Foul. Hold.
So we're going to have a hold on Darius Lee. Well, the big emphasis here at the championship is freedom of movement, and there wasn't a lot of game flow yesterday in terms of the referees calling what they did. But you're not allowed to really crack somebody coming across the lane. That's something that I was taught, as a big man growing up. You want to make somebody know that you're there and they're not going to have free reign. They want to allow people to get to the basket. Esposito with a steal here. He has that stolen right back. This is Yine.
I think in terms of reffing, I think both coaches and all the coaches up here are going to want to see these guys play and want it to be in the players' hands. Let these guys earn a state championship. But you got to call the holding and the grabbing too.
Absolutely. Yine off to Sufi. Sufi with a triple.
First three for the Bear Cubs.
It won't be their last, that's for sure. Crossover through the legs. McCoy picks up his dribble. He's at the free throw line. Lee inside to Taylor, back to Lee. Lee nothing there. Pretty good defense early here from Santa Rosa. Smith jab step off, hoists one up. Esposito can't save it. It goes to Sufi. Santa Rosa back the other way.
This
Sufi,
is where I think they could get
Keeve,
hurt.
Corner three. Yes, sir.
That's where I see San Diego City getting hurt. They like to gamble and double and trap a little bit, and you pass out of that, you're going to find open shooters, and they can make you pay.
It's 8-3, Santa Rosa on top with the defending state champs. Wondersmith driving the lane, behind the back dribble. Here comes a double team, a delayed cut from Robert McCoy. It's a steal for Yine. Yine now in transition. This is Chavez. Chavez doesn't even have a point yet. They're up by 5. Yine, Sufi. Sufi on the dribble, off to Graves. Graves from the top of the key. No, that's an air ball, rebounded by Taylor. And watch out here for the transition basketball for San Diego City. Taylor inside the lane, left-handed layup. Top shot! Lee puts it in.
Looked like it was goaltending to me.
Yeah, it looked like the ball maybe on top of the cylinder. Let's see the replay here. It's on the board. Lee.
Oh, yeah, that's goaltending.
That's a goaltend, but they count it. It's 8-5. Nice job there, Matty. Matt Henson, Emery Johnson on the board here today. Jeff Stoyanov,
Back
Alyssa
cut.
Roos.
No top.
That's a great job by Skylar Chavez. And an even better screen there from Sadiq Sufi as Sufi really pins down both defenders. And you talked about it, Perry, right there. No communication results in an easy layup for the Bear Cubs. Lee with it, far side, off to McCoy, guarded by Bo Keefe. Keefe pokes it away. McCoy
Oh, yeah. He's playing hard.
Or trying to track it down. Keefe, the last one to touch it. The Knights wholesale substitution. Salgado, Joseph Riley.
Bo Keefe, 6 foot, 190, guarding Brandon McCoy, one of the most athletic players in the state. As a matter of fact, the Southern California Player of the Year, but he's competing at a high level.
McCoy, nobody could stop Robert a week ago.
Excuse me, Robert McCoy.
Down in San Diego. Yeah, McCoy, just an absolute menace. We talked about it. 32, I believe, in the win over Ventura. Isaac Davis from the elbow. Can't get the roll. It's Bert Jelinek tapping it around. It's Skylar Chavez who comes away with it for Santa Rosa.
San Diego City already got 4 subs in the game.
Skylar Chavez, he got away with a bit of a travel there. Off to Sadiq Sufi. Sufi has it near side, gives off to Keefe. Keefe on Salgado, drives the baseline, goes to the bucket, and a one, Bo Keefe. See the replay on that one here, Matty.
Tough take.
Matty, we got a 4 shot on that?
You said the link.
Remember, everybody, you can catch this broadcast live on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Keeve off on the free throw. It's tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Sufi. 12-5. The Bear Cubs on top of San Diego City.
I would warn any Bear Cub fans to not get too excited about an early start. San Diego City has been in down in a lot of games this year. For whatever reason, they kind of have started slow, and they just wear on you. They wear on you, wear on you, wear on you.
Riley from way downtown. He's dangerous from out there. Sufi the last to touch it again. It's going to stay here with White.
I think that Santa Rosa kind of likes the way things are going. They're forcing San Diego City to take a lot of threes, keeping them out of the paint, keeping them off the glass. Those are the important things for them.
Wondersmith inside. We're going to have a foul called on Skylar Chavez off the ball. Not entirely sure what the call is.
That's a rough one. That's good defense by Bo Keefe.
They call it on Keefe. Wow.
Watch the lob here out of San Diego City, out of bounds underneath.
They inbound to Salgado. Salgado off to Riley. Riley, Davis in the corner looking for Bert Jelinek down low. Travel by Riley. Riley started stepping before he started dribbling. It's going back the other way.
Imagine basket here. Coach Charlins may take a timeout.
You don't expect jitters to be the case here. Santa Rosa's just come out with a better sense of purpose early on. They find themselves up by 7.
Playing the number 1 seed is a motivating thing now.
It really is. Graves over near side to Jason McMillan. Up top, Chavez on Salgado. Chavez still working. Great on-ball defense by Salgado, and this is going to result in the steal. Wondersmith going the other way. He's going to lay it up, lay it in.
Santa Rosa's going to be able to, or San Diego City's going to be able to put a lot of different bodies on Chavez all night. He's going to need help. He's not going to be able to just be him.
McMillan in the corner. not ready to shoot. Probably one of the few players that doesn't really shoot the basketball. Chavez not shy from three. That shot short. Good challenge by Salgado. Back the other way and missed three opportunities the Knights are going to have to capitalize on. I feel like Wonder Smith probably should have shot that one into the lane. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. What do I know?
You got the sophomore leader that comes back from a state championship team, sensing a need for some urgency. 2 big baskets.
Bounce back from UCLA. Try to walk on at UCLA.
He'll be fine. He'll be on scholarship somewhere else next year on a Division I school.
That's a fact. Chavez kicks out. McMillan from three. Good stroke. Off the back iron. Smith with a rebound. Going back the other way. 1-on-3. Might not matter. He might pull up here. He does exactly that. Wonder Smith off the back iron. Salgado tracks down the rebound. And this is going to be a hold on Skylar Chavez. Not moving his feet. He's trying to hold up top. And they whistle him for a foul.
Salgado is a very key guy for San Diego City. In our 2 matchups versus them early in the year, he was a guy the first time we played him that came in and really hurt us. We were able to key on him the second time we played him and had success because we stopped him. He can get it going from 3. He can knock it down. He's probably their second best shooter.
That's saying a lot right there because Joseph Riley, I've seen him heat up. He is absolutely dangerous from 3. Taylor into the paint, has nothing there. Lee from 17 working on Sadiq Sufi. We're going to have a whistle called off the ball. This is going to go against Jordan Graves, I believe.
San Diego City, you look at this lineup, they're all 6'5" and above except Robert Taylor, but Robert Taylor plays bigger than he is. They're big and athletic and long right here. This is a marquee JUCO type of lineup.
Yep. Outside, Salgado from 3. Terry,
I told you.
Right on it. 12 all. Back the other way we go.
Oop.
Inside they have McMillan. McMillan fading away from the bucket, not set. McCoy battling for the rebound with Sufi. He loses that battle. Sufi has that one blocked. It looks like that was altered by McCoy. It's a missed shot. Rebound off to Esposito. Here's Darius Lee in transition. Lee, hesitation off to McCoy. McCoy guarded by Graves. McCoy to his right. Good feet by Jordan. McCoy, Lee thought about the 3. Working on Sadiq Sufi. On the dribble now. Nearly lost it. He's going to reset into a play here as Mitch Charlins hollers at him.
He wants to go in the post. When he goes to that triangle, he's going to the post.
Esposito so tough to guard down there. Timeout, Santa Rosa. It's a 9-0 run for the defending state champion San Diego City College Knights. 11:53 to go in the first half. You are watching 3C2A Championship Basketball, SoCalCollegeSports.com. To 12, San Diego now with the
changing the press here. They're trapping 1-2-2. Now this is where I think if they break it, they're going to get open shots, and City's got to be careful.
McMillan with the ball into the corner. Enters it to Malcolm Jenkins. Jenkins on the dribble. Salgado checks in for a charge. We're going back the other way. Salgado took a couple of them versus Ventura. Takes one right there. Cerritos College into the building now. Take on Yuba in game 2. Just going off with a call on that one. And, well, Perry, got a long day ahead of us.
Yes, sir. I'm excited.
4 games on the slate.
You know, I think that one thing that's interesting is both of these coaches have won state championships. You could tell from the team's body languages last night at the banquet as they walked into the hotel, and you could just tell from their body languages here. They're not happy to be here. Both of these programs are thinking that they want to win a state championship.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a big deal. I think at times some people get happy to be here, and these 2 coaches are here to win this thing.
Salgado again wins an offensive rebound opportunity, and it's a foul called against Santa Rosa. They have 5. McCoy, they enter it in. Bokeep back into the ball game. It's McCoy, Jenkins.
Triangle, they're going to the post. Going to the post. Rob T, they're going to 0.
They have him. kick out. McCoy. Good closeout by Keeve as a travel.
I wish I would have got a couple of those travel calls versus McCoy when I played him. McCoy's a great player. I'm just yanking change.
He's just joshing here. It's okay. Smith back into the ball game. He'll come on for Darius Lee. Got some shout-outs later in the ball game. Had an opportunity to cover a lot of San Diego City earlier in the season. 4 games of coverage. 2 of them in the Miracosta tournament, 2 at home in the playoffs for the Knights. Shout out to their program, Randy Barnes, athletic director, and of course Mitch Charlins and his coaching staff. Doing a wonderful job with that program. Looking to go back-to-back here in 2018. Chavez outside. This is Sufi to Jenkins. Jenkins into the lane, pulls up, 12-footer, shuffled his pivot, and he traveled.
I think what you're seeing is Santa Rosa doesn't have great guys off the dribble, and San Diego City's been able to chase them off the three-point line. Santa Rosa's not really able to gut them and get into the lane. The one guy who was able to a couple times was Bo Keeve. We'll see if he can get going again off the dribble.
Santa Rosa reminds me a little bit of Citrus from what I've seen this season. Really good shooters on the perimeter. A team that really no lead is safe against, but if you take them out of what they want to do, you can make the night a lot easier on you.
One thing about Citrus, they had a great point guard that could really create some offense.
Esposito pulls up from 15, shot up and good. And Ethan Esposito, I made the mention and the comparison last time I saw him. It reminds me a little bit of Sam Clancy at USC back in the day.
I like that.
Undersized, big, but a lot of skill with the basketball. They find Sufi into the lane, jump stop, has his shot altered by Robert Taylor. Back the other way we go for the Knights. Here's Joseph Riley in transition. Salgado, another triple.
Oh.
No, it's short. Esposito battling on the board with Sufi. Tapped out of bounds by Ethan. It's going back to the Bearcats. 10:05 remaining here in the first half. You're watching 3C2A basketball. It's the quarterfinals here in 2018 for a state championship at SoCal College Sports.
City coming at you in waves. Mitch is free with his subs, man. It seems like every dead ball, he's got new, fresh bodies coming at you.
And with the State 8 format, it is a war of attrition, and when it's going to favor teams with depth and teams that utilize that depth.
Hey, not just 3 days, 40 minutes.
It's a fact.
Here comes a set. Santa Rosa trying to run a set here.
Bo Keeve, they're going to circle around here, bring a dribble drive here from Keeve. Keeve has to pick it up, nothing there. Great denial by Lee. Keeve with a turnaround jumper off the mark. Smith with a rebound. Terrific defense in the half court from the Knights. McCoy now in transition. Keeve beats him to the spot, doesn't matter. McCoy, great body control, lays it up, lays it in. See a lot of why he was the player of the year in Southern California for 2018.
When was the last time Santa Rosa scored? Anybody have that?
It's been a while.
There it is.
Well, just as you say it, Graves takes it to the rack and scores. After a long drought, it's 18-14, the defending champs with a 4-point lead. Riley looks outside. Darius Lee wide open 3. No, it's short.
That's playing into Santa Rosa's hands.
It is. It's not a bad look, though, for Lee. He was wide open in the corner, but now here comes Santa Rosa. Graves working against Smith, off into the corner, and let's see if they can answer on the other end. That's exactly what the Bear Cubs do. Ryan Perez.
A good look for Lee, but he's 11% on the year. You take that shot, they break out the other way, and the guy that's a better shooter gets a better shot.
Yeah, Perez shooting at a much better clip, 36% on the season, and you'll trade that bucket any day of the week. McCoy, meanwhile, 17 a game on the season. He
City's
can shoot
falling
the three,
back
but
into
not
it.
there. Exactly right. Keeve now. Sufi at the elbow, nearly traveled. Keeve guarded by McCoy. McCoy with his hand extended defensively. Inside, it's off of the foot of Chavez, going back to the Knights. Salgado will check back in. I think Salgado's been the best player for the Knights thus far. Him and Wonder Smith. McCoy comes out. Here comes Bird Jelinek.
Also number 12, Trevor Drake.
You got to be wary of him. He can absolutely shoot the basketball. You talked about second best shooter.
Yeah, you might be right.
Trevor Drake might be the second best shooter on this team.
He might be the best. He's a good shooter. He just doesn't get as many minutes as the other guys. He can really light it up, though.
Be wary of him. He's already positioned in the corner right now. Let's see. They got a double high screen set for Riley. Riley comes across. Smith comes free up top, working on Perez. Through the legs.
A travel.
Pretty good defense there from Ryan.
With Wonder, you got to get on his right. You got to force him left and make him make plays. You know, not jumpers. Make him make plays off the dribble going left. And Santa Rosa did a good job doing it there.
Keeve with it on the baseline, kicks it out to Chavez. Chavez to his left, behind the back to his right, working on Salgado.
Nice play.
Here comes the help. Doesn't matter. Skylar Chavez, you see why that player averaging over 20 a game on the season. Jelinek in the corner. 3-ball answer on the other end. Adrian Jelinek.
Zone, getting back here in the zone. A little 2-3 zone. Little 2-3 zone.
Well, I saw a little bit of the Las Positas game in the regional semifinal for the Bear Cubs, and they were shot out of that zone pretty quick.
Riley
wide open from 3. One of the last players you want to leave open on the perimeter for Santa Rosa. It looks like Santa Rosa a little tired here, Perry.
Yep.
24-19, not getting out to the shooters like they were early. They trail it by 5. Sufi from 3. He'll try to answer, and he does.
Going to be hard to zone Santa Rosa. Too many shooters on the floor.
Back and forth we go. I think you're exactly right here. I think they're just trying to mix up the defensive look. And that's a bad look. Gets a team that can shoot it as well as the Bear Cubs can. Smith.
ISO.
One-on-one. Working against Jordan Graves. Kicks off to Jelinek. He hit a triple earlier. Don't know if Mitch liked that shot.
Mitch, you know, he lets his guys play free, though. They'll miss some shots, but they play free and they play with confidence. You got to give Mitch credit for it.
The track record speaks for itself. Another undefeated conference season for San Diego City in 2017 and 18. Chavez with it on the perimeter, off to Jordan Graves. Graves bluffs at it inside. Beautiful feed to Sufi. Sufi can't finish. It's off the back iron. Smith with the rebound going back for San Diego. Smith brings it up. They're late to react.
Going right.
Right-handed layup, not there. A little bit long. Here comes Skylar Chavez for Santa Rosa. Behind the back, by himself, pulls up from 15. Shot is short. Sufi working for the rebound. It's Salgado who comes away with it. Off to Riley. Riley now in transition for the Knights. Hesitation move. Right-hander floater, no good. I can't believe he even got that up on the rim. It's off. This is Graves. Graves now back with it. Perez from 3. Another one? Yes. You knew that's going in because he's walking back before it even touches the rim. It barely hit the rim. It's down. Santa Rosa now with a 1-point lead. 25-24, 5:24 to go in the first half. You are watching championship basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the 3C2A. Back to battle here. Santa Rosa now with a 1-point lead. Ryan Perez with a couple of triples. Esposito inside, bulls his way past Sadiq Sufi for an answer. San Diego now leading by 1. Mike Cepeda, Perry Webster with you on today's broadcast.
City can come at you in a lot of different ways on the offensive end. A lot of different guys can make plays.
Chavez in the corner. He traveled with it. They're going to say that he bobbled it. He didn't have possession. Perez from 3, fouled him the 3-point attempt. That's the correct call. You can't hit a shooter on the hand, and Ryan Perez is going to have 3 shots coming his way.
Coach Charlin doesn't like that no call on the baseline on the double dribble.
You know, it's tough because our sight is a little obscured there. Don't know if that was hit or did he pin it on his hip. If he pins it on his hip, it's a travel.
Danny Yee was down there. Great no call.
Yeah.
Danny, don't forget that I said that. I'll see you next year in the Orange Empire.
Today's officials, Danny Yee, Ted Tobias, and Nikki Carruthers.
I think one thing that we're going to have to look for, and this game has been really kind of been played at a breakneck pace. Both teams are coming down, shooting quick shots. I wonder if Coach McMillan won't look at getting into the halftime, making an adjustment, maybe taking a little more air out of the ball, lowering the possessions, making San Diego City earn each stop and earn each basket.
Yeah, something that Ventura had a lot of success with in the regional final was dictating pace, and they were able to do that with the guard play. Not entirely sure if they have the type of guard play that Ventura had at their disposal, but Bo Keeve has had one heck of a run here to start the first half, game 1 of the day. Talk about those guards for Ventura. Isaiah Reyes, Jacob Alonso, MVP of the Western State North. Terrific run again for Joey Ramirez and company here at Ventura College. They were 1 win away from hosting the state championship. Keeve to the rack and right past everybody. And I got to tell you, Perry, you know what he reminds me a lot of? Perry Webster back at Saddleback College.
Keeve is tougher than me.
I don't know about that. You played with a separated shoulder en route to a state championship that you won on this very floor.
No. Cal Lutheran.
Cal Lu.
We're in the right area, though.
Okay, that's all right. It was the following year.
Yeah.
Barry Webster, Wendell Faines, TJ Lippold. Esposito up and under and one.
Esposito's tough. He's a freshman. I talked to Mitch last night, and I asked him if he's a qualifier. I was wondering if he was getting recruited. If I'm a Big West school, I'm all over Esposito. He's a 4-5 man, makes shots, can drive the ball, defend, strong, tough, winner. I like him.
Ethan with his dad, Gennaro, and Ava. They are from Naples, Italy.
Yep. I actually made a phone call to the dad and recruitment, and they were already committed to San Diego City. He's a Torrey Pines high school kid, played for a great high school coach, obviously knows the game, knows how to play, knows how to win.
Got a great physique, too, and
yep.
When he tones up, he is going to be an absolute force. You talk about it, he's only a freshman. Coach Charlins is glad to have him. Perez guarded by Esposito, little isolation ball here. Perez nice inside, play. Great feed, inside out, 3 seconds in the key. Skylar Chavez got to get out.
Tie game here, Mike. You got to finish the half strong. You got a 4-minute game pretty much, 3:36. A lot of us do 4-minute games in practice, things like this. You got to finish the half strong. You want to go in a half, get a 5-point lead going in the half, get some momentum, feel good about yourself.
Leo over to Esposito, gets it back, looking inside to Wonder Smith. Santa Rosa packing it in right now. Davis with it on the far side.
One thing San Diego City's trying to do is they're trying to post a lot, and Santa Rosa's doubling the post.
That's pretty good recognition there from Davis on the outside. Little hesitation, gets into the lane, finishes with a left hand and one opportunity for Isaac Davis. Davis with his dad Willie and mom Angela watching.
Coach McMillan not happy about that, letting Isaac drive left. That's where he wants to go. He pulled that player out.
And one opportunity off the mark. Isaac only shooting about 65% on the season from the stripe. Inside, that's a great post up by Sufi. Good position, and that's just a great job of working early in the shot clock for that position on Taylor. Sufi going to the line.
Rob Taylor for San Diego City is one of maybe the most underrated player in the whole state of California. He is a tremendous defender. He handles the ball. He scores when he needs to. Every single coach in the state of California would kill to have a guy like Rob Taylor, and no ego. He, on a lot of teams, would average 15 to 20 points. He's kind of the fourth, fifth option here, never complains, just guards and wins.
Brother Donnell Booker, his mama Zara Terrell watching on. Shout out to his family. 2:56 to go in the first half, and we've battled to a stalemate here at 31. Davis, little no-look. Smith in the corner three. High arcer, no good. Tapped out by Taylor. Right on the money here, Perry, as usual. Off to Esposito. Esposito, spin back middle, left-handed layup. Good and one.
Esposito's tough. We made him come back to his left hand there.
Maddie, let's get a replay on that. That was beautiful.
You look at this game, and City, they're playing pretty well. You don't look at a guy and think, God, he's not playing well. They're playing pretty well, and they're only up 2. Santa Rosa is hanging around, staying in the mix, and they're not really doing a ton to make San Diego City play poorly yet. So you wonder if the second half, if San Diego City misses a few of these shots, maybe Santa Rosa makes a run, but they're going to need City to not play so well. City's playing well.
Yeah, City playing well. They did not start off very well. Remember, they were down 12-5 to start the ball game, and that's when San Diego City realized that they're the defending state champs coming in here to Ventura. 34-31, under 2.5 to go here in the first half. Graves has it, gives off to Skylar Chavez. Chavez guarded by Salgado. Chavez, too much dribbling here. Chavez pulls up from 3. Shot up, that's short. Rebounded by Taylor.
Force a little bit of the action. McCoy's tough here.
McCoy, watch out. He had a dunk in the same light last week, and Chavez getting an earful here along with Jordan Graves defensively. They don't pick up Robert McCoy. He makes him pay. It's a quick 5-0 run for San Diego City, 36-31. Timeout, Santa Rosa. San Diego starting to go on a little bit of a run here. They have solidified control at 36-31. We had battled to a stalemate pretty much before that. In the last 30 seconds here.
Soft 1-2-2. Santa Rosa doing a good job attacking the middle of the press.
Perez in the middle. He's picked up by Salgado. Kicks it out. This is Yini. Haven't heard much from him lately.
Oh.
They miss Chavez on the inside. Graves with it on the perimeter. They're trying to isolate Chavez in on the baseline. That shot is short. Chavez just can't find the range here early on. McCoy in transition. Foul's going up with it. Oh, it's going to go out of bounds.
Oh.
Coach Webster, what is Danny Yee seeing there? Loud play, no. They go to Salgado outside. McCoy with a rebound, taps it to himself. No, Chavez comes down with it. I don't want to get you in trouble here.
I'm just going to stay with
a lot of contact, no call. They're letting them play a little bit. Graves kicks it out, no look. Yini, another extra pass. Sufi, 15-footer, shot up and good.
I like that. I like the guy feels more comfortable at 15 feet, takes a step in and knocks it down. I'll take a 2. I don't need a missed 3.
Yeah, missed 3 plays right into the hands of San Diego City. Bear Cubs continue to hang around here, down by 3. Taylor kicks out to Salgado. Salgado drives the lane, kicks it out, travel.
That's what you need to make Salgado do. He doesn't do that as well as he does just spot up and shoot.
Make him dribble the basketball. You don't want him posting up either. He's pretty crafty down there as well. About a minute to go here in the first half. Darius Lee will come on for Isaac Davis.
The other thing about San Diego City that makes them so difficult is you can sub any guy in for any guy. They all play multiple positions. There's 4 or 5 different guys that can bring the ball up the court. They all can guard 3 or 4 guys.
That's exact.
They switch all these screens. It's tough to handle.
And they just keep coming at you.
The success we had against them earlier in the year was we were able to spread them out a little bit on the offensive end and just kind of drive them.
Yeah. And, of course, dictate pace.
Yeah.
Graves from 3, off the mark. Salgado kicks it up ahead quickly. This is Wonder Smith, 1-on-5. Trying to drive the baseline. Good feet there from Perez. 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. They go to McCoy. Lee brings it in, spins back, right-handed shot up, gets his own rebound, up on the rim. No, rebounded by Graves. Last shot of the half is likely going to go to Santa Rosa.
Oh,
no,
God.
It's not. It's going to be a turnover. Salgado elects to pick it up with about 10 seconds on the clock. Here comes Wonder Smith.
Gotta
Smith
go
will
at
fire
him.
it
He's
right
shooting.
there.
Yep.
He does exactly that. Wonder Smith from 3. No, rebounded by Sadiq Sufi, and we'll go in at the half.
3-point game.
Defending state champs up by 3 on top of Santa Rosa. You are watching the 2018 CCCAA Basketball Championships live from Ventura College.
Fans, the 3C2A Basketball Championship official apparel is available for purchase now. You can get that gear by visiting www.cccaasports.org. There you'll be able to find the latest gear for you and your fellow basketball enthusiast. High-quality Under Armour apparel will be delivered to your home within a few days after placing your order. Don't hesitate and order now. The Basketball Championship store will remain open only for a few days. And if you have friends or family that could not make it to this weekend's games, be sure to let them know that they can watch all of our broadcasts for free on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com or our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. And if you have a shout-out you'd like us to get on the air for you, you can tweet that to us at SoCal College SPO. That's S-P-O. At the half, the Knights lead the Bear Cubs 36-33. Back in a moment.
36-33 as we start the second half here. Game 1 of 4 on the day 2 of the 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships live from Ventura College. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Perry Webster with you on the call today. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. Also on our YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe. SoCal College Sports 1, the arrow in favor of Santa Rosa. The Bear Cubs will have it first. Chavez right off the bat. Skylar Chavez.
Coach Charlin tried to go to a little 1-2-2 zone there. Chavez got right to the free throw line, got open look. I don't think we'll see much more zone out of Coach Charlin's.
I think you're exactly right. This is not a team you want to zone up against. I understand wanting to mix up the defensive looks, but you want to go man up. There isn't anybody that can really guard that. Graves back the other way. Blocked by Lee coming back from transition. Wow, what a block by Darius Lee.
I've seen that before. He does a great job at that.
We'll see that on the replay here. That's a terrific defensive play made by Graves. Even better one by Lee. McCoy gets a hand on it. It's a steal for Taylor. Taylor back the other way with Smith inside Esposito.
So you're going to get beat if you turn the ball over and let these guys go in transition. You got no chance. San Diego City back in the man-to-man. Doubling it here, switching things up. I don't know if this is going to work, but Coach Charlin's is smarter than I am. So
no, I mean, sometimes a good zone is going to look like a man-to-man. A good man-to-man is going to look like a good zone. And Yini,
nice shot.
That's a step-back jumper. Yine, excuse me. Money, 38-37.
You know, back in the game for Santa Rosa's Bo Keefe, he missed a lot of time late in that first half because of foul trouble. Yeah. I really believe he's a difference in this game.
I agree with you. He got out to a very fast start. There's going to be a foul called on Jordan Graves. Speaking of Darius Lee, how about Mama Rhonda Lee and Dad Darren Lee in town from Louisiana? They'll go back and watch this broadcast, I'm sure, so shout out to them. Robert McCoy with the ball right now.
I think Louisiana is in San Diego City's contiguous recruiting district.
They have a long arm. Lee with it from 15 feet. Make it 17 feet off the back iron, off the top of the backboard, and Bo Keeve comes down with it, back the other way for the Bear Cubs. Here's Keeve in transition over to Graves. Graves thought about it from 3. Back to Keeve. Keeve gets a screen from Chavez, sort of screen. He drives to his left, drives off Lee, and it's a high arcing shot off the back of the rim, gets his own rebound. Keeve outside. He's just a great basketball player, undersized, but
very fundamental.
Underrated, I'm sure. It's good defense here from Esposito. Picks up on Graves on the switch.
No rush, got a new shot
clock. Double in the corner, and alertly Graves throws it off the leg.
Okay, so out of bounds right here, Santa Rosa is going to run something. Whatever they're going to do, San Diego City is going to be switching screens. So look for Coach McMillan to make an adjustment, see if they get a slip to the basket on a switch.
Chavez with a bait. Here comes Sufi. Sufi, leading scorer right now for the Bear Cubs at 10 tonight.
10 on the clock. Turnover. Don't do this.
It's a steal. It's Taylor back the other way, trying to get ahead of the pack. Loses the ball momentarily. It falls to Esposito. Esposito looked like there was a lot of contact there from Chavez. No call made. Esposito didn't matter. Puts it up and in. Back to a 3-point lead for San Diego. 40-37, 17-26 to go in the second half. Keeve on the dribble outside. Sufi thought about the 3. Step back 3. No. Chavez, meanwhile, has it. He'll fire from downtown and be short. Rebounded by Wonder Smith.
Chavez is going to have to bang a couple of those.
I feel like he's almost he gets so high up on his jumper. He gets pretty good elevation there. I feel like he's almost shooting the ball coming down. That shot blocked out of bounds by Sufi on McCoy.
McCoy hasn't quite been able to get going. 4 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3. 3-3-point attempts for him really is too many. He needs to be attacking the rim, attacking the offensive glass. Bo Keeve should not be able to handle him in the paint.
Well, he's doing a pretty good job right now. Here comes a double. Here comes Ethan Esposito.
Nice
that
play.
One tapped out. It comes off to McCoy. Great find. Salgado up and under with a left. And it's good. It's a quick timeout called by Santa Rosa.
City comes at you in waves.
Let's keep it here. How about Luis Salgado? Mama Maria Villegas. I believe it's Villegas. I want to say Jill DeAmbro, who texts me all these names, is off on the spelling there. Grandma Maria.
Hey, I want to take a chance to just recognize all the four-year coaches in attendance. This is, this state tournament, we went back to 8 teams a few years ago. That's the best way for this to be. This is the best format. We've got 30, 40, 50 Division I, Division II NAIA coaches here. That's what this level is about. It's great to see coaches from all over the country out here, guys that are friends, guys that you work closely with on players, and just really, really a special moment for all the kids and all the coaches to be involved with. I've been involved in this as a player. I've been involved in as an assistant coach, and I've been involved in it as a head coach. Now this is kind of different, being involved in it, commentating, but really, really a good experience for all these guys, to get to this point, these 8 teams, a special moment for everybody.
Coach, the ability to showcase the talent that's at the level of the 3C2A, it's a special sight to watch. Obviously, it culminated in an incredible finish last year. I know you were on the wrong end of that.
Quit bringing that up, Mike.
That's my first time today.
No, it's okay. I'm proud of what our guys did last year, and I'm happy that Mitch got a state championship, and you live and you learn, you move on, and my goal is to try to get back here next year. Bo Keeve
fouled again, going to the bucket this time by Ethan Esposito.
I'm going to get Bo Keeve's autograph after this game. I love this guy. He's tough, man. He gets to the rim, he penetrates, he jump stops, he makes all the right plays. I'm telling you, they really missed him late in that first half.
Bo Keeve listed at 6 foot.
About 5'10".
5'10" would be generous in my opinion.
Built like a bowling ball.
Yeah, you don't want to get in the way. You don't want to find him in a back alley, that's for sure. David's going to come on for Wonder Smith. Here comes Joseph Riley. Off comes Robert Taylor.
Mike, I don't know how many back alleys Bo Keeve is hanging out in. Doesn't look like that type of guy to me.
I'm just saying you don't want to run into him there. I'm not saying he's hanging out there. He's a tough cookie. Free throw off the mark. Esposito with a rebound off to Riley. Riley pushes the pace. Kicks it back. Esposito. Davis with it near side. Off to Salgado. There's going to be a screen off the ball. Offensive foul. Joseph Riley. Well, I guess freedom of movement goes both ways here, Coach.
Yeah, he moved into that screen. It's got to be smarter there.
They got to be a little bit more subtle.
Yeah. Joe Riley's a good player. Los Alamitos High School, Sunset League.
It's a good league.
Yeah, good player. Transferred there from Orange Lutheran High School. It's all kind of in our backyard.
Keeve off to Sufi.
2-3 zone. They're trying to match up out of the 2-3 zone.
Yep. Davis inside. Jenkins traveled. They don't call it. It's off of the leg. Oh, wow. It looked like that went off of Sufi. It's out of bounds.
Coach Charlin's holding up 1. That's his man-to-man defense. Once again, the man-to-man out of bounds underneath. 8 seconds left on the clock. You got to get a slip. There's not a good screen. Got to screen, got to be fundamental, not good enough.
That's poor execution. Let's see if Keeve can bail him out. 4 on the shot clock. Chavez going to have to fire over the double team. That shot is short. Here we go back the other way. 3-on-2. Numbers for San Diego City. Here comes Robert McCoy with a dunk attempt. It's off of the back iron. Be careful now if you're San Diego City. Pick up in transition. Sufi already has a couple of them. Keeve, that's great transition defense here from the Knights. McCoy coming over for help. Oh, that's a shot by Bo Keeve.
Give me your autograph. I love that guy.
42-40. San Diego by a bucket. 15:32 to go. Timeout on the floor. We will do the same back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. San Diego still up by 2, and Perry, you know, we've talked about it off camera. It looks like San Diego winning the ball game handily, but they only find themselves up by a bucket. Well, what has Santa Rosa been able to do to keep them in it?
They've just been able to get a couple second chance opportunities, I think. They haven't turned the ball over. I think that, you know, City's going to need to turn them over, get going in transition, and pull away. I think if Santa Rosa can keep San Diego City playing in the half court, making them score, execute in the half court, they give themselves a real good chance to be in this at the end. And then, you know, if you're in at the end, you want to bang a couple shots, win the game. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I think that if these two teams met in the park, San Diego City's going to win, right? They got a little more talent, a little more athleticism. It is what it is. But Coach McMillan does a great job at Santa Rosa. Both of these coaches do a great job. I think that, you know, sometimes California Community College, you know, a lot of people want to talk about different things, you know, kind of talk bad about it. But these are great coaches, and there's a lot of great coaches throughout the state, and these guys should be commended.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent that's utilized in the 3C2A, and you know, kudos to everybody involved to really harness that talent and showcase it here at the State 8. You talked about the change to the format just a year ago. They switched it from 4 teams to 8 teams. You won it back when it was 8 teams at Cal Lou.
Yeah.
Inside Salgado.
And I'll never forget that whole weekend. That is something that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I remember my brother and his friends sitting in the corner of the gym. I remember where my parents were at. I remember beating Citrus, Brett Lauer, Rick Croy. I love you guys.
Here comes Chavez. Chavez from 15. Don't want to get him going if you're San Diego City. You got a couple of open looks. Can't have that happen.
You know, City's gone to a couple traps and a couple zone things, and Chavez has gotten open at the free throw line. And I think when they've just played straight man-to-man, Santa Rosa's really struggled to get good looks.
Foul on Graves. For Graves, that's going to be his 3rd.
Wondersmith wants to keep coming back to his right. He could fake you and go right and come back left, but he's going to come back to his right to finish. And Graves keeps getting caught up trying to beat him back to the left. You got to stay on that right hand.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Move your feet to his right.
Ooh,
that's
bad
a
play.
Bad pass there.
Popcorn spilled
on the floor.
We got a cleanup crew?
Well, I won't be on it. I can only be at one place at once.
You got to love Ventura facilities guy over there just watching. Just watching. That was not part of his pay. He did not agree to cleaning up popcorn, and he ain't gonna.
Jenkins will bring it up here for the Bear Cubs. Santa Rosa, that's an offensive foul on Jenkins. Great feet there by Riley. Joseph Riley moving his feet. He is rewarded. The offensive foul call that goes against Santa Rosa, so another possession here for San Diego City. Let's see if they can get going. Trevor Drake at the scorer's table.
I tell you one thing about San Diego City, they really believe in themselves. Mitch does a tremendous job of getting guys to really buy in and believe. I don't feel like they ever think they're out of it.
Davis off of his foot, out of bounds. Too much dribbling there. Davis got to be ready to shoot. Davis pretty good from the outside if memory serves here. He shoots at 42% from 3. Doesn't shoot a lot of them, but
should have taken that shot.
Yeah, absolutely. He's wide open. Instead, he dribbles it off his foot, out of bounds.
City showing 2-2-1 press, back into a 2-3 matchup. Again, can't lose Chavez at the high post. Cannot lose Chavez at the high post.
We got Drake covering him. I don't know about it. I don't know if I like that matchup, but that's what it is. Keeve with it on the far side, working on Davis. Keeve still on the dribble, brings it back, wide open. Sufi from 3, good closeout from Davis near steal. Keeve has it at the top. 4 on the clock. Keeve going to have to make something happen here.
Bo
he does.
Keeve.
Puts it up and 1.
Flex on him, Bo. Flex on him.
Keeve. Replay, Matty.
Hey, I don't know what Bo Keeve's recruitment's like, but there's a lot of coaches in this gym that need to be smart and recruit him. I'm not saying he's a high major Division I player, but there's a million Division II coaches in this gym. You need to recruit him. He may not look the part, but he's going to win games for you. Get on it.
You know, he also reminds me of a little bit of Woj from Duke back in the day.
I wonder if he yells at the refs as much as Woj does.
He doesn't shoot free throws like Woj, that's for sure. He's missed his last 2. Taylor will bring it up here for San Diego City.
Mike, you want him to do everything? Jeez.
I just like making apt comparisons. We're tied up at 44 all.
Drake
from 3, watch out. It's short. McCoy with a rebound, ducks it home. Robert McCoy.
I'm on McCoy when you get back.
McCoy's a heck of an athlete. He'll be on a Division I scholarship somewhere next year.
For sure.
He's a nice kid, too. In the conversations I've had with him, he always seems like a nice, respectful kid. I'd like to point that out.
Family watching from Chicago. Mary McCoy, his mother, uncle and aunt Mike Andrews and Mary Andrews.
So you're telling me San Diego City's district is Louisiana and Chicago?
Like I said, it's a long arm. Guinea from 3. That's a tough shot. It's off the mark as the shot clock goes down. It's tapped out of bounds by Sufi. Well, you'll trade that. Instead of an over-the-back foul on Sufi, it's tapped out of bounds by Sufi.
Mike, are you saying that ref right there decided not to give the over-the-back call, so instead he gave the ball to the wrong team?
Are you saying that never happens? Is that what you're implying with your
No,
tone?
I'm implying I think we're on the same page.
I think we are too. Little hubris. Taylor with it at the top. 12:35 to go in this one. Defending state champs up by 2. Robert McCoy.
Foul. Good
The
call.
foul down low on Jenkins, working on Taylor. 15 foul on Santa Rosa. 2 more, and it's free throws to the rest of the way. You said watch out for that lob play that they like to go to here. They're going to set up that box set. They do.
Watch the fake from McCoy and then go to the middle. Boom. Good job. Good scout by Santa Rosa. But Bo Keefe locked into the scouting report.
He really is. Riley, Drake, can't leave him open. I know he's 0 for 2, but that's a too easy of a look.
But now on the other end, you got to go at Drake. If he's going to be out there missing shots, now you got to attack him.
Jenkins short. Riley in transition now. No, he's going to slow things up.
Called a set here. Slowed him down, called a set.
Circle off of McCoy with the screen at the high post. They bring it back for Riley. Riley from 3, step back, way too far out. Nothing there.
Going left.
Taylor on key.
Got
Taylor
it on the floor.
lost it out to Drake. Drake
there
from
it
the
is
top
again.
of the key. He missed it. It's off to the right. He's trying to track it down. Sufi with a rebound. Trevor Drake, all his accolades as a shooter, 0 for 3 on the night.
Go by him. Got to go by him, Bo. Can't.
Keeve isolating on Luis Salgado. Salgado's been terrific so far. He switches on to McCoy. McCoy now.
McCoy right here, he likes to reach. He's a guy you can drive off the dribble.
Up to Keeve.
Oh,
inside.
good play.
They switch. Sufi.
And one.
Should have been an and one. McCoy came down. Sufi finishes up top, tied up at 46 all.
You know, Sufi's doing a good job. He plays within himself. He doesn't take bad shots. He's had a couple opportunities to take some shots. He's done a great job here tonight.
And a timeout call.
Santa Rosa believing. Tie game.
By San Diego. 32nd timeout. Perry, let's keep it here. We'll mention the website, www.socalcollegesports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Catch this broadcast on the go and also on the archived on-demand copy. And Perry, we got a tight one here. It's a great way to start the day off.
Yeah, you know, I thought this was going to be a good game. When I was looking at the schedule and I saw this as the first game, I thought this was going to be a good game just because I think Santa Rosa is very, very well coached. I thought they were going to come in with a good plan. I thought they'd provide some matchup difficulties for San Diego City, the way they can spread the floor out, and I knew their pack line would maybe affect San Diego City a little bit. So, but City's been in a lot of these situations. They got experience in these situations. But hey, you're rarely blowing people out at this stage in the game. You got to be able to win close games.
Yep.
Here's a set, cross screen, got to get through it. Good, hold the block.
Looking to set up Esposito down low. Here comes the weak side double from Keeve. Outside, Riley from 3, long 3. Off the mark, McCoy with the offensive rebound, tapped out. This is Guinea.
San Diego City settling for a lot of threes. I believe that plays into Santa Rosa's hands.
Way too far out as well. The spacing just too far. And here's Graves now with the ball working on Darius Lee. Ooh. Maybe drag the pivot. Keeve from the corner 3. No, it's off the back iron. Sufi flies in for the rebound off to Graves. Graves no good. Rebounded by Salgado.
Need those. Got to bang those.
Tied up at 46.
Triangle going into the post. Who's he want? He wants Esposito on the block. I like that out of Mitch.
He's going to have him keep right there in a hurry. He's backing up off to Darius Lee. Lee puts it up, not good. Over the back, loses it going up. I think that's an example of ball don't lie. Saw a lot of that yesterday. It's out of bounds, back to the Bear Cubs.
San Diego City bringing Rob Taylor back in, staying in the 2-2-1. It looks like it'll be interesting to see when they turn up. Wonder Smith coming back in the game too. He's kind of been quiet here in the second half.
Yeah, haven't really seen a lot out of Wonder Smith. Only has 7 points in this ball game.
3 of 9 shooting. Man-to-man pressure. Man-to-man. McCoy on the ball here is tough, man. He could reach and get a steal and get a dunk and change the whole complexion of the game.
He can reach and also overcommit and allow a bucket easy to go in the other way. Near steal for San Diego City. Sufi has it off the Graves. No, he keeps it himself. Working on Esposito. Looks at the high post, mid post. This is Perez. And it's a bucket for the Bear Cubs, and now they're up by 2.
City guys yelling at each other a little bit on the floor. Got to stay together. Remain poised.
9:35 to go. Santa Rosa thinking upset here on game 1 of day 2 here in the quarterfinals. 2018 3C2A basketball championship. Smith driving the lane off to Esposito from 5 feet. A lot of contact down low. Over the top, Darius Lee! Oh my!
That's 2 for Darius Lee. 2 tip jams. That's what he does best. Gets on the offensive glass. You feel the energy picked up here.
Let's see the bottom shot on that one, Matty.
Chavez, good take. Graves.
Long triple on the other end. Here's live action. This is Robert Taylor. Nearly carried, stayed on top of it though. Driving on Keys, has to bring up his dribble. Smith from the top. Nope. Perez didn't close out quick enough. Gets a shot out. That's going to be a foul on Ethan Esposito.
That's the first over the back call I believe we've seen, and I've seen some questionable ones. Santa Rosa's doing a good job blocking out.
Yeah, Sufi in particular has been terrific. He's going to come off. He'll be replaced by Jason McMillan, and don't expect Sufi to be on the bench for very long.
Coach McMillan always does a good job having guys that are fundamentally sound. They're not always the biggest, longest, and most athletic guys, but he really teaches the fundamentals and probably recruits guys that come in with fundamentals.
Well, it's a classic example of a coach that recruits guys to fit the program.
No doubt. Both these guys do. San Diego City's always long, lean, and athletic. Santa Rosa's always skilled, can shoot it. These guys know what they're doing. They've been here before. They've been doing it a long time.
Near steal from McCoy. Chavez tracks it down, working on McCoy. 5 on the shot clock. Probably going to have to hoist here.
Good pump fake.
McCoy in the air, shot up at the end of the shot clock, no good. Rebound tapped around and won by San Diego City. Salgado off to Taylor. Taylor going to slow things down. Tied up at 48. Quarterfinal number 1 of the 2018 championships.
Chavez is 4-12 from the field. I had a feeling that all the different bodies and stuff they could throw at him was going to give him a little bit of trouble.
That's a good time out here by Coach Mitch Charlins. He understands the moment, understands that the rhythm is not there. Let's see if we can hit the reset button. 7:52 to go. Don't go anywhere. All 7:52 to go. Santa Rosa on the season has 4 players that average in double figures. They have 3 right now, led by Bo Keeve, and Bo Keeve has been the player to watch, the player of the evening, or the afternoon rather, here in Ventura.
Yeah, Bo doing a great job on both ends of the floor. He's also defending McCoy on the other end, and McCoy's struggling. McCoy's got 6 points on 3 of 8 from the field. There's a big height and athleticism disadvantage for Bo, but
Don't tell Bo that.
Bo's got toughness and intelligence. Don't underestimate the intelligence in which he's playing with.
Smith with it. Back to Isaac Davis. Davis at the top of the key. They switch off. Perez. McCoy can hit that from 3 at the end of the shot clock, and he buries it from the perimeter.
Big shot out of McCoy. That's what you need your sophomore returner to do.
Well, he came alive late versus Ventura. Might we see him come alive here?
So, yeah, that's a foul.
That's going to be a foul on Davis, coming underneath on Graves. 51-48. San Diego now by a triple. And at the line right now, it's Jordan Graves. Graves, a 6-foot sophomore from Castroville, North Monterey County. Makes the first, misses the second. San Diego by a bucket, coming up on the 7-minute mark. Davis with it at the top. Salgado looking for Esposito down low. Keeve right there. Back to Davis. Davis from 15 feet. That's no good. McCoy, a monster on the offensive boards. It's a 5-1 run for Robert McCoy.
McCoy asserting himself right on the glass.
Doing Mama Mary proud back in Chicago. Keeve off of a Chavez screen. Checked out on now by McCoy. McCoy on defense. They're looking for Chavez down low. He's switched onto Graves. Thought about it from 3 to his right. Great jab step. Left-handed layup is good.
They need that. They need a guy besides Keeve that can bounce the ball and get to the rim and keep them honest, keep San Diego City honest defensively. Side ball screen right here. Oh, illegal screen.
Wonder Smith out to Salgado for 3. Luis Salgado. Timeout, Santa Rosa. And San Diego starting to pull away here. 6:11 to go.
Got it. It'll be interesting what Coach McMillan does out of the timeout here. I know he feels like he needs a basket. He needs a basket here.
How about a shout out to the facility here at Ventura College and the athletic director of the year, Will Cowan. We consider him a dear friend here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, is really giving us an opportunity to shine. And host of this year's events, as well as next year, I believe. He will. It's 2 years in a row that we're up here at Ventura.
Yeah, but then it'll go back
Pirates?
to the north. It'll go back to the north after that.
Luis Salgado. Perry, you were right on the money earlier in the ball game. You talked about how important of a player that he has been so far throughout the season. Really a bit of an X factor that nobody really talks about.
Yeah,
you talk about Wondersmith, you talk about McCoy, but what gets lost in the fray is Luis Salgado.
Yeah, they have so many different guys that hurt you just like, one-on-one. This guy that's in front, or that you're guarding in front of you, he's tough and he's going to beat you. What Salgado does is he just works off of that. You got 4 or 5 guys that can go by guys, and Salgado just space the floor and spot up and make threes. And it's kind of, quiet, but he's very effective.
Keith tracks that one down. He has to get across the timeline here. Okay, he does.
What could hurt Santa Rosa here is any live ball turnovers that result in fast break dunks, and that city bench gets going crazy. Those city fans get going wild. Mitch's wife and kids in the background going nuts. He's got a great family.
Rises up over Salgado. Terrific defense by Salgado again, and he continues to shine on both ends of the floor. Taylor in transition. This is going to be a charge. Indeed. Perez beats Taylor to the spot. He was outside of the restricted area, and we're going back the other way. The Bearcats now with possession. Down by a 5:40 to go.
Two-2-1 press.
Perez in the middle of it.
Elbow. Coach McMillan's calling elbow.
Bit of a set here. I think they're going to try and free up Skylar Chavez.
Yeah, I would say the same.
Chavez, that's exactly where they get working on. McCoy, he pops up for the three, tracks down his own rebound. McCoy fell asleep on the offensive end of it, and Perez with the 3 ball to cut it to 2.
We haven't heard from Perez in a while. He's an important guy.
He had a couple triples early in the ball game, gives him 3 on the game. Ryan Perez now with 13 on the afternoon.
Going right.
Esposito lowers the shoulder, lost the ball, going back with it. Here are the Bear Cubs. In transition, 3-on-2. Run perfectly, but the pass a little bit off the mark. Off the key from 3. He was on the sideline, misses the 3. It's going back to the Knights.
That would have been a big play if he was able to knock down a 3 right there.
We have the best referee shot. My referee's always
4:45 to go in quarterfinal number 1. Santa Rosa continues to hang around.
Posting Rob Taylor. Here comes the double.
Getting out of that double quickly to reverse it over to McCoy. McCoy now in the lane. Travel.
That's where McCoy needs to get rid of the ball and not try to force the issue.
He has Esposito, who can hit from distance, and Wonder Smith on the perimeter with everybody sucked in, worried about him. He needs to do a better job of facilitating the basketball. You're exactly right there, Perry. Darius Lee going to come on for Ethan Esposito. So it's Lee.
Offense, defense.
Salgado, McCoy, Taylor, and Wonder Smith on the floor right now for the Knights.
This is where Mitch does a really good job as a head coach of managing lineups, offense, defense down the stretch of the game, and what he's been able to do the last 2 years.
They lost Bo Key.
Wow.
And it's tied up at 56-all.
What Mitch has been able to do the last 2 years is be pushing the right buttons. You know, we all try to do that as head coaches, but it seems like the buttons he's pushing are working.
4 minutes to go, and we're knotted up at 56. Taylor enters at the high post. They're looking for Keeve. A spin move from McCoy. Lee takes it all the way to the rack. Lays it up and in. Darius Lee.
McMillan losing his mind. They jumped at the jump shot fake out of Lee. You got to live with him shooting the jumper. Can't let him get to the rim. Great take by Darius. Great finish. Sophomore. Experience. Toughness.
So an and one opportunity at a very opportune time here for Darius Lee. Darius Lee with his mom, Rhonda.
Big free throw, too. Good job, Darius.
Watching on. He converts at the stripe to make it a 3-point lead for the defending state champs. Bo Keeve will bring it up, guarded closely by Robert Taylor. No more zone looks here for the Knights. Likely going to see man-to-man the rest of the way.
A lot of five-man motion here.
Chavez.
Slips.
McCoy goes for a steal. Sufi
nice shot.
Puts it up and in. That's a tough shot in traffic over 2 players. McCoy coming from the backside. Forget about it.
Off balance. Didn't even really look like he meant to shoot it, but what do I know? It must be in his game.
That's good touch.
Ooh, crowd's getting into it. You hear the Bear Cub fans.
Crossover, Taylor to the bucket. Lee with the follow, can't get it to go. Sufi with a rebound. It's tapped by Salgado, but right to Perez.
Bo Keeve, right lane,
Keeve.
one more. Chavez.
Wide open, Chavez, one more pass. Sufi from 3, no, he drives the lane. Over comes Darius Lee with a block. Back the other way, here we go for the Knights. It's Smith. Smith now in transition. Hesitation to his right, off the glass, Wonder Smith.
God, Santa Rosa just had a tremendous opportunity, missed the layup, live ball.
Potential 4-point switch here, and we have an injured player in Robert Taylor.
Robert had just called a timeout a couple minutes ago and kind of went outside the gym, and he just needed to pull himself out again. If they do get through this game, I'm not saying they are or that it's over. If they do, he's an important piece going forward.
He's cramping, Coach.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So Davis now back into the ball game here. Skylar Chavez driving off Lee. It's a tough shot. It's too long. Rebounded by Salgado.
Chavez is taking a lot of tough shots.
Oh, that's the go-to player if you're Santa Rosa. He averages 20.1 a game on the season.
Going to the block here. Going to the block. Salgado's the man.
Salgado has it. Here comes a double. Here comes a flasher. Robert McCoy flashing the guns. We'll see it on the floor cam here. We'll see the play develop as they go inside. This is Salgado and hits a flashing Robert McCoy, and he finishes with the left hand. Little flex action for Robert.
One thing Santa Rosa's done a good job of all game is doubling the post and then covering the dive man, but they didn't do a good job of sliding over and covering the dive right there. Couple key mistakes here in the last minute and a half have swayed this game. Santa Rosa's been in position but made a couple major mistakes late.
San Diego now with a 6-point lead, 2:14 to go, and Bo Keeve will bring it up. Keeve with 14 on the game,
foul,
and he's fouled by Davis. It's going to be a 1-and-1.
Need both of these, Bo. Coach McMillan calling his defense over to get them reorganized. Get over on the dive, take the charge, meet the guy. Frustrating when, as a coach, when you taught something, you went over it a million times in practice and in preparation and probably done it a million times all year, and then, don't do it when you need to do it most.
Keeve off on the front end. I want to say he's missed his last 3 free throws.
I think you're right.
Could be costly. This is a team that shoots it at about 72% on the season. Very uncharacteristic. Keeve denying on McCoy, and they want to keep it out of his hands. Here's Darius Lee working. We're going to have a foul down low on Skylar Chavez. How do you call that?
How do you call that?
Why?
That to me is one of the most frustrating as a head coach. That's one of the most frustrating things. That little grab had nothing to do with that play. No turnover was made. Nothing was done. You give the guy 2 free throws. But it's been a well officiated game. Other than
hey, you're not going to get all of them right. You're exactly right. It's just an inopportune time to call that foul, but an opportunity here for Salgado after hitting on the front end to make this an 8-point ball game with 1:43 to go. Now remember, Santa Rosa shooting 40% from 3 on the season in conference play, so not a team that you can go to sleep on if you're up late. No lead is safe with a team that shoots at 40% from 3, but they haven't been their normal selves in terms of shooting the basketball.
You could feel San Diego City starting to bleed. Oh, yeah.
Here's Taylor back the other way, rises up, tries to jam it home. Didn't have that burst. We talked about his cramping earlier. Perez, meanwhile, comes back. Taylor now back. Could this be a 5-point switch? Keeve from 3, too long. And up high for it is Darius Lee.
City's defense has been the difference here in the second half. They've just really stopped Santa Rosa from getting any good looks.
At this point, you have to foul and gamble. They go right after Wonder Smith.
Not the guy to foul. Count these in. They say the announcer jinx, right? I'm not jinxing this.
Yeah,
these are going in.
We call it the Stoyanov jinx.
Yeah, Stoyanov is good at that.
Well, free throws, only 69% on the season for Wonder Smith. We talked about it when we were up or when we were down in San Diego. And for as good a shooter as he is, you would expect the numbers to be better from the stripe.
These two are going down, Mike. Close your eyes. It's done.
Well, it's a 1-and-1, front end good.
Been here before. He's been here before.
It's true. Big-time player in a big-time moment, looking to advance his team to the semifinals on Saturday.
My mentor, Andy Brown, we always talk about how important it is to have sophomore experience. And, early in the year, I told Mitch Charlins how he's got another chance to do this because he's got great sophomore experience.
Guinea from 3, backs up and hits one. It's a 7-point ball game, 1:02 to go.
So Santa Rosa's in the huddle. They're going to decide. They're probably going to try to create a turnover, and then they're trying to decide who we fouling if we got a foul. San Diego City's trying to get their best free throw shooters and ball handlers in the game, making sure the ball's in the right guy's hands. How are we attacking the pressure? Where are we going with it? Once we beat the pressure, what are we doing? I'm telling my guys in that huddle, if I'm San Diego City, we are not shooting. We are not shooting. We are gonna take a shot clock violation before we shoot a shot. If there's 32 seconds left in this game and we're up by 7 points, we're winning this game. Make them foul us.
Cedric Guinea, 35% from 3 on the season. He only has 5 points today. A couple of rebounds, couple of assists. 1 of 3 from beyond the arc. That one we just saw. full timeout. We're going to take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. (68-61), back and forth we went, and Mitch Charlins and company looking to go back-to-back here in 2018. You hit your free throws the rest of the way, you don't turn it over. We have a timeout call as Joseph Riley found himself in no man's land down on the baseline. It's going to be a full. And indeed, it will be a full timeout. Barry, I know you went to battle with Mitch last year in the state championship game. You know him very well. Can you maybe talk a little bit about your relationship with Mitch?
Yeah, Mitch and I have several things in common. But one thing we have in common is we both played at Saddleback College, and we both consider Andy Ground kind of a mentor to us. And the three of us all kind of have a good friendship, and the three of us were all text messaging yesterday in a group message. And me and Mitch have had, 4 games the past 2 years, and we've had some really tough battles and emotional battles, and we've gotten into it with each other, to be honest with you. But I think we both have a lot of respect and love. Well, I know I have a lot, and he said the same. We have a lot of respect and love for each other. I think the world of Mitch. I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great leader of men. He's done wonders with that program. He took that program over as a part-timer. He had no funding, no nothing, and he's turned this program into one of the elite programs in the state, and that's out of hard work. What Mitch does great, and don't let this go unnoticed, is Mitch loves his guys great, and his guys feel that love, and they appreciate that love, and they believe in him like he believes in them. So
tangible affection from a head coach is so underrated, I think. And when you want to charge through a wall for a guy that's your head coach, it's going to really speak volumes in terms of where you go as a program. I remember back in high school, Greg Coombs, now at Godinez High School, Greg Chapman, Bill Snyder. Those were my mentors, from a basketball standpoint. Those were guys that, they coached you hard, but they did it the right way.
Yeah, I was this morning I went to the Hall of Fame ceremony, and we recognized 2 coaches and 2 players, Desmond Pinniger and Brian Kritz, and good players, Doug Michelson and Paul Landro. And, I think every guy that got up there and talked, there were guys that were getting very emotional. They would talk through the thing, but the minute they got to talking about a coach or a player or somebody that meant something, they got very emotional. I feel that way about some people in my life, and I know, it's such an important factor with everything we do, especially at this level. It's such a game-changing level. It's a life-changing level.
70-61. Couple free throws made. Brian Perez from 3 hits one. 39 seconds to go. Smith in the corner, double team. Chavez, Salgado, he's able to get it off.
10, nope. Oh.
Get it just across the timeline here.
Got to foul him.
Esposito with it. Finally fouled by Bo Keefe.
On the floor, I want to foul Lee, McCoy, Esposito. I want to stay away from Wonder, and I want to stay away from Salgado. I don't care what Wonder's percentage is down the stretch of the game. He's not the guy I want to foul. They call him Bread, Wonder Bread.
I like it.
Esposito, tough.
Italy native from Naples. We talked about his grandparents, parents watching on.
I want some pasta, Mike. Can we get some pasta up here?
I'm sure they might have some down in hospitality.
I need some pasta.
Yine from 3 off the back iron. Lee snatches down the rebound, and that should do it as Keefe comes in for the foul. And
maybe a glass of red wine, too.
Well, I don't know if we can do that here on the campus, but maybe after for sure.
Okay, sorry.
Got some wineries, nice wineries up in Santa Barbara. Hey, we got a busy weekend. I don't have time to go to a winery.
Yeah, I hear you.
Maybe next week.
Well, you're doing the women's side also.
We are. We're doing everything.
With the great
How about
Marsha Foster.
Yeah, a shout out to Marsha Foster. She was fantastic yesterday on color, and we look forward to working with her again tomorrow for the semifinals.
I get to work with her every day. True pleasure.
The Hornets very well represented, whether you're playing or you're in the broadcast booth.
Not represented well enough, Mike. Not represented well enough.
We know you're a gamer. We know you're competitive. Want to get out there. Game 2 coming up after this. Yuba and Cerritos. 1 of 2 for Darius Lee. Keeve will bring it up quickly. He'll fire from the top of the key. Has it blocked by Robert McCoy. It's tapped back to McCoy, and that should do it. 72-64. San Diego City holds serve in quarterfinal number 1. They move on to tomorrow. They will play the winner of Cerritos and Yuba in our 3rd game of the day tomorrow.
I think this game kind of showed the margin of error is so tight. You know, that was a tie game late. Santa Rosa just made a couple mistakes, minor mistakes that turned into 3-pointers on the other end. That gets to a 6-point lead. It almost becomes insurmountable. At this stage in the game, it's not about so much as winning as it is sometimes about not losing.
Yeah.
And I think you know, City they did win the game. They did do a good job and made some plays late, but I thought Santa Rosa kind of shot themselves in the foot. Great season to him. Hats off to him. Coach McMillan, another trip to the Final 8. He's got a lot to be proud of, and you know, they may be back here next year. Chavez is a freshman. They can build around him and be back next year.
Back in a moment with the word hopefully from Mitch Charlinge, head coach for San Diego City. San Diego City moves on in pursuit of going back-to-back here in 2018 with a 72-64 win over a very game Santa Rosa Bear Cub squad. We will tune out now and rejoin you in our next game, our next broadcast on our YouTube channel. Yuba and Cerritos Game 2 on the day, Day 2, 2018 3C2A Basketball Championships live for Ventura. For Perry Webster, for Jeff Stoynoff, for the entire crew here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. Signing off. We'll be back in a moment.